Hey, what's up, guys? This is not something exactly real world related, but it's something I want to talk about anyway. Mainly, more so to Sean than anything, but like I know some of you guys are a big fan of these kinds of games. So I cannot talk highly enough about this game called Divinity 2 Original Sin. It is very much a D&D campaign put in video game form. And by that it mean it takes like all the good stuff out of D&D. It takes a story, it takes countless NPCs to interact with, to engage with, everything like that. It takes a deep and diverse combat system with skills and abilities and spells and talents, and like the interest of making a balanced party and all this other crazy stuff, and packs them into a game. It is not a short campaign. I'm on Act Two. I'm on like the second area, and I think there's four areas from what I've sort of read without spoiling anything. And I'm just about finished with Act Two, and I'm like 70 hours into the game, so I still have two more full acts to go, which is absolutely nuts. It takes a long time. Like you might, if you're one of those people who only has like 30 minutes or 45 minutes to game, like one time, like each session becomes a little bit more impactful then, because there are combat sessions that will last like 20 to 45 minutes where you're trying to plan out every little step that you do. Like you control your party. Like you can form a party of up to four people. So like my party is, I'm a human, and my main thing is I'm a huntsman. So like I'm an archer, but like I'm a bit of a scoundrel. So like I'm a good thief. I took a non-combat talent of thievery, so that means I can steal a lot of stuff from people, and I'm pretty good at sneaking. But then I also have like some scoundrel moves where like I can kind of teleport while sneaking and being really quiet. I've also got a little bit of something called polymorph, where it kind of affects your ability to manipulate stuff. So like I have a specific skill to chameleon cloak, where I can make myself invisible for a short time, which for a sneaky archer that's good. Like you have some abilities that make you do bonus damage from hide and stuff like that. So you want to balance your party out. So like with my party, I have a Hydrofist Arrow Third Mage. They specialize in air, lightning, water, ice, and healing magic. So like they have two schools of magic that they kind of go for, and they've got a bunch of spells that you can cast. It's like based on the action point system, where kind of like D&D, it's like where you only have a certain amount of actions you can do per turn. You can do things like increase your speed to gain more action points, like what's it called, the rogue here. Like the rogue has really fast movement speed. They have the ability to gain more action points through a couple of their skills, stuff like that. Like I said, I just cannot speak highly enough about how well this game, I think, has come together to be. Like it's quickly become my favorite game that I've played. Like definitely favorite RPG by a long shot, just because of like how insanely deep it is and what you can kind of do with your characters. Like there's like so many different kinds of characters you make. Like you're not limited to like your warrior, your rogue, your archer, your mage, or anything like that. It's like you can make classes and then cross classes, and then like there's spells that you can combine. Like you can combine like necromancy and hydrophist to make like these blood spells that like make it rain blood, and then the way magic works in this game is like you create fields. So it's like you can create a burning field, and then you can lob some earth magic on top of it, which like part of it is stone and part of it is oil. So it's like you can basically amplify those fires, or you can put out fires with water magic, or you can like electrify water or blood with electric magic and shock people. And it's just like it adds a lot of depth. So like it is turn based, which I know might turn some people off, and I'm not much of a turn-based combat person myself, but this game does it so well that you quickly forget about it and forgive it, because you're sitting there and I liken it to real world. It's like you see the situation before you, and then you get to plan out your move, like how much of your action before the NPC gets to react do you want to spend on movement, on attack, on what kind of attacks, things like that. And it very much, like I said, obviously it's not as good as real world, but like it captures some of that essence. It's got like a really cool overarching story about chasing godhood, as you can tell from the name Divinity, and it kind of follows that like D&D kind of thing. Whereas, low level characters like the level 1s to 5 and everything like that, like you're not all that special. Like you're a dude who's got a couple talents and everything like that. Like, the archery low level, you got a couple different things you can do with a bow, nothing fancy. But then as you get higher up, you get like crazy stuff you can do, like making arrows rain from the sky, or making like impossible shots, like ricochet shots and stuff like that. So it's very like it very much follows that D&D progression of low level characters suck a little bit, but like they work into these very real, powerful characters, and then you start going up against like enemies that have like the same kind of library of spells that you do. So it becomes about play and counterplay, and like making the most of your actions, and like doing like just working out through everything. And it's like I said, it's very deep. It's very challenging. Like I'm on like the base like story level difficulty, not the easiest, but not even hard. And like I've had some things where it's like I've had to go back, scratch my head, and think about how to try it from a different angle, just because things can be so difficult. So it's like, don't think of it as difficult as like an obtuse difficulty. Think of it as a challenging difficulty. Um, and like I said, I know Sean has this game, and I just wanted to. I don't know how far you've actually got into it, man, or anything like that, and I don't want to spoil anything because if you haven't got that far, but holy heck, like the game is like to me. And I was talking to Mickey about this. I was like, because we started up a campaign and we haven't got too far yet, but this is like my solo campaign, and I was like, the fact that it has drop-in co-op and it lets you act independently of each other, like so you can go up and talk to a vendor or a person, and you can talk your way out of a fight situation, but then the next person walks up and is like, hey, you asshole, come over here, and then you can pick a fight with him and your party ends up fighting him anyway, is hilarious. So you very much get to like, it's not necessarily role playing out your character, but it is in a sense making a character that you see a certain way. There's different conversation options. There's different like dialogue trees you can go down. Everything's fully voice acted. There's even a narrator in the background that kind of acts as the DM, like it explains like things you might see or pick up on. It's just it's good fun all around. And like I said, I definitely think it won't be for everybody. Like people who don't like enjoy like more strategy games or like slower paced things, because it's like it's very much like a game of chess in the sense where you have your pieces and then you have to move them to attack and everything like that. It's not like real-time combat where it's like you've got to cast a spell before the enemy casts a spell. No, when it's your turn, they can't do anything unless they have like a counter ability that triggers off of something you do. But yeah, like I said, if you I don't know, like I know Sean does D&D. I don't know if anyone else does, but yeah, man, like I would love, I know time is precious and everything like that, but I'm hoping here in the next year or so, which like I said, I don't mind spanning it out that far, that we can hopefully get a campaign in this started together, you and I. And like I said, if anyone else would want to get in who has a PC that can run it, I know that's kind of a stretch for some people. I'm a big PC gamer. I know a lot of you guys are more like consoles, like PS4, Xbox kind of thing. But yeah, like I said, if we get a campaign to this going, like I would love it. Like I said, even if it's like once a month or something like that, just to run through it, it would be awesome. But yeah, I just want to sing praises of this a little bit. Like, thank you, Sean, for turning me on to this. I'd be curious to know how far you got into it. Like I said, if you're near the end of what is this song called? Reaper's Coast, let me know, so like that way I can kind of say something about it or say anything about it, because I don't want to spoil anything. But if you haven't got that far yet, just let me know. But yeah, holy heck, like as far as like bringing a D&D campaign to life on a PC game like this game, top notch. Just something to think about if any of you guys are into that kind of thing. If not, no big deal. Just feel free to ignore.